What is up, everybody? It is 4:30 p.m. and I'm having my first meal of the day. Here, don't ask why. It's just shit gets busy, and sometimes you don't get to eat until late. So first meal, I'll just say I've been fasting this whole time. It was my intermittent fasting, but here we go. 8 ounces of steak, 57 grams of cheese, and 50 grams of rice. There it is. And you might be wondering why it looks a little weird with like stuff on it. That's pepper, garlic, and salt. My favorite seasoning. Super easy, 0 calories. Uh, Speaking of calories, that meal right there, that's 637 calories, 61 grams of protein, 47 grams of carbs, and 22 grams of fat. So even if you're not tracking, even if you don't care to, you know, track your macros or weigh your food, this I think is good for everybody to know what 50 grams of rice looks like, what 8 ounces of steak looks like, and what 57 grams of cheese looks like. I don't want to tilt it too much, but this is what it looks like. This is a pretty balanced meal. All the little bars on the app are almost even. I'm cutting on the carbs because I have a feeling dinner tonight is going to be nice. So I don't want to use all my carbs up just yet. I just want to get enough to get me through this workout. And then my second meal, have enough to, not make me feel dead after working out. And then for dinner, I think it's going to be a good one. But for the 8 ounces of steak, that's, let's see, on the app, it tells you 43 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, 4 grams of fat, minimal carbs. And this is the cut that I like, which is the most lean. It's the London, well, at the store they call it the London broil, but it's the, I guess that is what they call it. It has another name. I forget what the other name is, but at the store that I shop at, it's called the London broil. That's what it says on the tag. I'll probably get some more steak today, and then I can show you guys. If not today, soon, and I can show you guys the different names. But this is what 42, 43 grams of protein looks like. And then for the rice, let's see. That's that one. The rice is 50 grams, and that looks like that's about 40. That's 38 grams of carbs, but so almost 40, right? So this is 38 grams of carbs, minimal protein. It's got like 3 grams of protein, minimal fat. Actually, it doesn't have any fat because there's no oil or anything. It's just the rice and the water. And that's it. And then the cheese, obviously, that one is, let's see, it was supposed to be 65 grams, but the way I cut it, I didn't want to nitpick it or whatever. I didn't want to nickel and dime my own cheese. So I cut this, and it turns out that this was 57 grams. So just left it at that. I didn't want to, carve out the other whatever amount of grams was left over that I needed to fill. So this is my first meal, pre-workout meal, if you will, just to get me going. Being that it's so damn late, I'm going to have to eat this and then just go straight to the gym and then come back and then eat right after. That way I can keep using my fuel at a decent rate, because I'm planning to have dinner around 8. So I don't know, it might be later now just because this is so damn late. But I need to get off of this and go eat and get out of here. So I'll see you guys for meal number 2. Okay, don't freak out. We did not, well, we did have a second meal, but technically it was like just 1.2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It was about 12 ounces of protein, 12 ounces of steak, and about, which is a lot of protein, and had some, it was like ravioli. I think I had about 6 ounces of ravioli. It was like five, or it was 6 big ravioli, and each one was about an ounce because they had cheese filling inside. But here's a picture of them. I had these. Well, I mean, that was a steak and ravioli, right? So I had steak on top of that before that, because I was anticipating this meal that I just showed you guys, and I didn't know how carby it was going to be. And for the first time in a very long time, that meal was not carby enough. I did not have enough carbs. But that's why we're making this last one for the night, because I obviously didn't make one for that meal. But for this meal, this is the supplement to the carbs that I missed. 77 grams of rice. Blake, why 77 grams? That's such an odd number. Because I was trying to get as close as possible to my 160 grams of carbs that I needed for the day. And even with those 77 grams, I still didn't get to the 160 that I needed. However, I did slightly go over my calorie, like my calorie maintenance mode, diet reverse. I went over it slightly by 20 calories. It's not bad. So after this meal is over, we're ending the day with 1,871 calories, 199 grams of protein, 151 grams of carbs, and 46 grams of fats. I was low on fats today, and I'm trying to make it up on carbs. And for protein, I was way over, which is not terrible, but it's kind of just like calories wasted when I could have had those calories for fats and carbs instead of protein. And the reason is because I don't need that much protein, right? I'm not that big. I don't need to be synthesizing that much protein in my body. You only need about a pound you only need a gram of protein per pound that you weigh. So I'm weighing right now about 150 pounds. I only really need 150 grams of protein. So with that being said, 199 is excessive. However, I'm making it up with this, and I will be making it up tomorrow by maybe slightly reducing my protein, because I had so much of it today. I don't really need as much tomorrow, and definitely hitting my 160 gram carb intake tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll kind of, take it as it comes, but because tomorrow is office day for me, so once again it does get a little tricky, but these are kind of like the bars for the day, right? But yeah, those are the calories and the macros for the day. Yeah, I tried to make it as close as possible, but this is not in any way, shape, or form a massive like fumble or anything. This is still very much manageable as long as I can manage my intakes of carbs, protein, and fats tomorrow. Then this will kind of even out, cancel out, kind of like I've talked before, where it's like day by day matters, but what really matters is the net, right? So for the week, and then for the month. So obviously each day is a building block to the wall essentially that you want to have, right? So if you miss one brick, it's fine here and there, but if you're missing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I know this is my second day almost back to back that I'm kind of fucked around with the macros, but we're still in time. We're still good. we still have time to fix it. We still have time to, kind of not throw away this diet reverse that we're attempting here. So, uh, plan for tomorrow is stay under 1850 calories, get 260 grams of carbs, stay within range of 130 to 150 grams of protein, and definitely hit the 60 grams of fat. So protein has now been deprioritized and carbs are now the priority. Fats still, obviously we need to try and get as close as possible, but that won't hurt me as much as if I'm not getting the right protein or the right carbs. So with that being said, tomorrow we're prioritizing carbs, and for tonight we're going to try and get as close as possible with these 77 grams of uncooked rice. Cooked, it's a lot. It's probably doubles. I think it's like at 140, 150 grams, but 77 grams uncooked rice, and we're going to try and get as close as we can with the carbs. But we're only getting to 150. We're off by 10 grams. It's not terrible. But for now, I'm going to eat this, brush my teeth, and go to sleep. And I will see you guys for tomorrow, probably for my second meal. So, see you guys tomorrow.